Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Emma. Today's video, as you can probably tell from the title and from the thumbnail, is going to be a favourites video. I haven't done one of these since February and I felt like it was time to do an updated one just because I had a collection of stuff that I wanted to talk about in a video. I've got a couple of skincare beauty favourites and then also a book that I want to mention and also some music favourites. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get on to the favourites video. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to mention are some skincare favourites, and the first one is the Inky List Oat Cleansing Balm. I feel like I've mentioned this in a previous video a while ago and said that I wasn't a massive fan of it, but I've been using it again recently. The way I've been using it, I've changed a little bit because I really like this as a makeup remover. I use this as my first step in my cleansing routine. I do always go in with a second cleanse just because I do feel like this does leave a little bit of a residue on my skin that I like to wash off with a second cleanser. But as a makeup remover, I find this really good. As the name suggests, it's a cleansing balm, so I just really like a balm cleanser. I find them very gentle on the face. I feel like I don't need to rub too much. My skin, it can be quite sensitive, so I don't like to be going in really vigorously with a cleanser. This just really helps melt away all my makeup, and it's just really nice and soothing on the skin. It doesn't irritate my skin in any way, and it is very like slippery and just really works nicely on the skin. And yeah, I just really like this as a makeup remover. It is really affordable. I think this whole bottle is about £11 and it lasts a really good time. Once I like feel like it's finished, I actually do cut it open and I get a lot more uses out of it as well. So you're getting like your money's worth out of the cleanser, and I just think it's a really nice makeup remover. I don't use this in the morning as like a morning cleanse. Like I say, I do strictly use this as a makeup remover. I used to always use a micellar water, but I feel like this works just a bit better, and like I say, it's just a little bit more soft on the skin. My skin really seems to like this, and like I say, it's not like stripping on the skin. It doesn't irritate my skin in any way. It doesn't leave my skin feeling sensitive. I also find I can use this over my eyes. I do like get that little bit of like hazy feeling through my eyes, but it doesn't irritate my eyes or sting my eyes at all. So yeah, I think it is just a really good cleanser, especially for the price. It's very good for sensitive skin, I would say, and I think it would also be good for like dry skin or either oily skin. So yeah, I really love this, and I've been using it recently and I just wanted to mention it because I think it's a really good makeup remover. I feel like it gets all my makeup off. Just a good affordable cleansing balm. Okay, and then the next skincare favourite I want to mention is a moisturiser. This is the Simple Hydrating Light Moisturiser for all skin types. I actually picked this up kind of on a whim. I'd been in work all day and then I was going out in the evening and I was taking my makeup off. I needed a moisturiser to put on before I reapplied some makeup, and I'd forgotten to bring one with me, so I just went into Boots and picked up an affordable moisturiser, and I ended up picking up this one, and I've been using it ever since. It's like my daily moisturiser and I really like it. Like the name suggests, it is a light moisturiser. If you've got like really dry, dehydrated skin, I wouldn't necessarily recommend this, and I don't think I'd necessarily use it in like the autumn winter months, just because I do feel like I would need something a little bit thicker for when my skin feels a little bit drier. But for these warmer months, the spring summer months, when it's quite warm outside, it's just a really nice moisturiser. Like the name suggests with the brand, with Simple, it is just a basic moisturiser. I feel like it just does the job. There's no like scents or additives in there. It's not claiming to do great things, but I feel like that really works with my skin. Like I said, my skin can be quite sensitive, so just having a very basic moisturiser that's just going to moisturise my skin, do what I need it to do, I really like this. It's really affordable. I feel like this whole bottle is like under £10 in Boots. I feel like it's going to last me a really long time because it's 125ml in there, and it's just a really nice moisturiser. It just hydrates my skin really nicely. It works really nicely under makeup. I wouldn't necessarily use this as like an evening moisturiser. In the evening I like something a little bit thicker that's going to add a little bit more moisture, but using this under makeup I think works really nicely and just gives my skin the hydration that it needs. My skin is quite oily. I mean, around some certain areas it's a little bit drier, but nothing too dry, so this just works really nicely. Doesn't irritate my skin at all, and I think it's just a really nice, affordable, basic moisturiser that I'm really enjoying using, and I will definitely continue using throughout the warmer months. And yeah, if you are on the market for just a affordable moisturiser, I'd really recommend this one. I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, like I say, if you've got really dry skin, but for like an oilier skin where you just need something light just to give a little bit of moisturisation, I think this is a really nice product, and I've been enjoying using it. Okay, and then moving on to makeup favourites, I've only got two that I want to mention, and the first one is actually a tool, and this is the Rare Beauty brush. I'm not entirely sure of the exact name of it. I will leave it on screen and I'll leave the one link down below if you are interested. I think this is marketed as a cream blush brush, and I've been using it for cream bronzer, and I really like it. Actually kind of like pat my cream bronzer in with like motions, and I feel like this just works really nicely. I love the shape because I think it fits really nicely, especially into like the hollows of my cheekbone and just above, so I can really control the application of my cream bronzer, and then it works nicely around like the forehead and on the chin and things. Okay, I've been using it with all my cream bronzers and it works really nicely. I used it with the Refi one today, but I have been using it with the Charlotte Tilbury one, the Chanel one, and also the NYX one, and I just really like it. I think it's a really good brush. I do think it is a little bit more on the pricey side for a makeup brush, but I feel like makeup brushes can last you for a really long time, so I don't mind investing in one. I do like the packaging. It is wearing away a little bit and it is getting dirty because it is like a cream colour, but it's just really nice brush. It's not shedding on me at all, and I just really like the way it applies cream bronzer, and I just feel like I get a really nice precise application with this, and it's just really soft. Even like now when it's like is in desperate need of a clean, it still feels really nice on the skin. So I have had like a few like brushes in the past that like when I like tap products in are a little bit spiky, but this just is not at all. And yeah, I think it's just a really good brush. I've not really heard anyone talk about Rare Beauty tools before, but I really like this one, so I want to mention it in this video. If you're on the market for a new cream bronzer or blush brush, I feel like you could use it for blush. I feel like it would fit nicely on the apples of your cheek, but like I say, I use it strictly for cream bronzer and I really like it. Okay, and then the last makeup product that I want to mention is a lipstick, and this is the Revlon Super Lustrous Shine lipstick in 008 Rum Raisin. I'd seen people talking about this on TikTok because it was a famous 90s nude colour. Sheeny, creamy lipstick. You can kind of see the colour there. I have got it on today. I tend to dab it in on my lips rather than like swipe it, just to give like a wash of colour, but I think it's just a really nice colour, and it goes with like all my lip liners. But I think it's just a really nice colour. It's a really nice lipstick. It's a really nice formula. It's just a nice shade for like when I want a nude, but I want something a little bit more than a nude. I don't just want like a very nude lip. I want like a bit of a darker lip. I just really like it. I really do gravitate towards like a 90s makeup look. I really like the way they look, and I'm really inspired by 90s makeup, like I feel like a lot of people are, and I feel like this is just a really lovely shade. It is from Revlon, so I think it was pretty affordable. I think it was around the £10 mark. I picked mine up in Boots. I did go to link this in a previous vlog and I couldn't find it online, but I did pick mine up in store probably about a month or so ago. So if it's not linked below, that is why, because I couldn't really find it online, but I did get this in store. And it says new on it, so I can't imagine that it's been discontinued. I think it's just a really nice lipstick. It's probably going to last me a long time. Yeah, I just really like it. I like it as like a daytime lipstick or an evening lipstick. It's just really nice. Feels really nice on the lips, nice and hydrating. Gives a nice look and sheen to the lips, which I really like, because like I say, a lot of 90s nudes are more matte. Just wanted to mention it in this video because it's kind of been my go-to lip at the moment, and it just is really nice. So yeah, I did want to recommend it. I've not tried any of the other Revlon lipsticks. I'll be intrigued to give them a go because I do really like this formula, but this shade in particular, the Rum Raisin shade, I really love. Which is ironic because I don't like rum and I don't like raisins. Okay, and then moving on to entertainment favourites, the first thing I want to mention is a book. I did actually mention this in my last vlog, saying that I want to read it, and I actually started reading this on Friday at 5 o'clock. I sat and read until 10:30. I took a break for dinner, and then I woke up Saturday morning and finished it, which I never really do with books, and it is Romancing Mr. Bridgerton by Julia Quinn. So the reason I picked this up is season 3 of Bridgerton is out on Netflix, but I'd been rewatching season 1 and 2 as part of preparing myself for season 3 because I've never rewatched them, and I feel like season 1 came out years ago, so I feel like it's been ages since I watched season 1, and season 2 I've always said is my favourite out of the two. I love them both again. I still do think season 2 is my favourite. Then I did actually watch Queen Charlotte, which I'd never watched before, and I love that. That's only 6 episodes long, and I really enjoyed it. I just feel like I'm in a Bridgerton hole with like a lot of other people. I've been watching like a lot of the interviews with the actors from season 3, and it's just a lovely little romance, and at the moment that's just what I want. I want something light-hearted to watch, and I just love Bridgerton. I know not everybody loves Bridgerton, but I do. As anticipation for season 3, I really wanted to give the book a go. Now, I've not read any of the other books in the series. This is the first one and probably the only one I will read. Actually, to be honest, I might read the rest of them because I did actually really enjoy this. hence why it's in this video. But I just really enjoyed this book. I was really intrigued about the books because I've seen people like online talk about like the problems the Bridgerton brothers, and like they're not written very well and they're not necessarily nice people in all these relationships, which I can kind of see. But this just had me kicking my feet and squealing, and I just really enjoyed it. It was a really fun read. This book does centre around Colin and Penelope. Obviously I've not watched the TV show. I know there are some differences because like in the TV series I'm pretty sure she's got another love interest, whereas in the book he doesn't exist at all, and it's set like a little bit more in the future. I feel like she's 27 in this book and he's 33 in the book, and she's basically resigned to being a spinster, and then her and Colin have this little love affair. Also, spoiler alert, he finds out before he proposes in the book that she's Lady Whistledown, because in the book, like, you as a reader don't know she's Lady Whistledown. You find out with Colin, I believe, anyway. Whereas I'm pretty sure in the TV series, so far where they're at, he's proposed, but he doesn't know she's Lady Whistledown yet. So I think there are definitely some differences. I'm intrigued to watch the show and kind of find out how much they changed. I mean, obviously I'm pretty sure they probably did that for the other seasons as well. They changed a little bit. I'm not entirely sure because, like I said, it's the only Bridgerton book that I've read, but I just really enjoyed it. I thought it was really interesting. It's definitely written by women for women. There is some little spice scenes in there, but I just really enjoyed the story, and I love Colin and Penelope as characters in the show, so I was really intrigued to read their book. And yeah, it was just a really easy read. I feel like I was in the mood for just something really easy and like a romance book to read, just something like quick and easy and light-hearted, and this definitely delivered, and I really enjoyed it. I might read the rest of the series because I'm kind of intrigued now, because I did really enjoy this one. I do believe this is a fan favourite one though. I feel like a lot of people say this is one of the best books, so maybe the other ones aren't as good. I don't know. I can't give my opinion on the rest of these series, but if you have maybe watched the first 4 episodes and are patiently waiting for the second lot, recommend reading the book. Or if you've watched the show, or if you've not watched the show, I'd recommend the book because it's just a good, nice, easy, light-hearted spring summer romance with a hint of spice read, if you're on the market for that sort of thing. Okay, and then lastly I want to talk about my music favourites, because I feel like everyone has been releasing an album recently. So the first thing I have to obviously mention is The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. I was highly anticipating this album, but I feel like I was trying not to get myself too excited because I didn't know what to expect, because you never really know because she can switch up genres like that. But I love this album. I do, and I think I did mention this in a vlog, I do still kind of treat them as 2 albums because I love so much of the album. I'm still like listening to the album start to finish, so I do kind of treat them as 2 albums, because otherwise I feel like the second part of the anthology I never really get to, and there's a couple of songs that I feel like I've not really fully listened to yet because it is so long. So I do kind of try to treat them as 2 albums just so I get a lot of listening, if that makes sense. My favourites are The Tortured Poets Department, the title track. I really love that song. I feel like I don't hear anyone talk about it. Down Bad is just a bop. So Long London, Guilty as Sin, Who's Afraid of Little Old Me. Cannot wait to see that song live. It looks fantastic. When she's on like that levitating platform when people are like comparing her to a cat on a Hoover. I Can Fix Him, No Really I Can. I love that song. The bridge of that song where she's like that part of the song scratches a part of my brain I can't even explain. LOML, love it. Heartbreaking. I Can Do It With a Broken Heart. The Smallest Man Who Ever Lived. Clara Bow, when she sings Beauty is the Beast That Roars up until like when she says You Look Like Taylor Swift, I cry. I get emotional every single time, and if I ever see her sing that live, I'm gonna bawl my eyes out. I'm Gonna Get You Back, that's a bop. Chloe Samos off Sophia Marcus. How Did It End? I Hate It Here. I Look in People's Windows. They're my favourites. I do love all the other ones. Don't come for me if I didn't mention your favourite song. I do really love the whole album, to be honest. There's not really any skips. Still really love the album. And I'm very excited to see the new set list live. I just love it. I keep listening to it all the time. I actually didn't listen to it for about a week, and then I listened to it again yesterday in full, and I was like, oh yeah, this is such a good album. So yeah. And then my other music favourites, first of all, Song of the Summer, Espresso, Sabrina Carpenter. Every time it comes on it's just like such a dancey song and I love it. Another song that I really love is Risk by Gracie Abrams. It's so catchy, it's constantly in my head. I really love it. I'm really excited for her album actually. I know she's got a collaboration with Taylor Swift on there, which is very exciting, but I'm actually excited for the entire album because I really love that song, Risk. And then another album favourite for when I'm more in a happy mood than The Tortured Poets Department is Maggie Rogers' Don't Forget Me. I love Maggie Rogers. I think she's great. I think she's so underrated as an artist, and her new album Don't Forget Me I absolutely adore. My favourites are It Was Coming All Along, The Kill, that's a fantastic song, I Still Do, Never Going Home, and Don't Forget Me, which is pretty much, again, the whole album. It's only a shorter album. I think there's only 10 songs on there, but I really, really love it. I feel like it's just like May vibes, you know? It came out in March, I think, but it's just like been the vibes recently. It's just like that, one of those like outdoor spring summer album. It's just like easy listening, you know? I think it would be a really, really good driving album. If you drive like this top down in like the sun, I can just imagine that. So yeah, they're all my music favourite. But yeah, that's it for this favourites video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy this favourites video and would like to see some more, do give this video a thumbs up, and do let me know in the comments below what are your current favourites, any music recommendations that you've got for me, any book recommendations. I'm always taking book recommendations. I've definitely got enough to read, but I just love reading books, and I'm just in that reading phase at the moment. But yeah, everything that I've mentioned I will try leave a link down below if you want to check it out. And yeah, and if you're new to my channel, I'd love it if you could subscribe, and I will see you all next week in a brand new video. Goodbye.